Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly paused, wondering why you came there in the first place? Maybe you stood quietly for a moment, looking around, waiting for the answer to return. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And in that small moment of silence, a quiet question can appear in the back of your mind. Is this just part of getting older, or is something changing inside me? If you are a man in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you are not alone in asking that question. Many strong, intelligent, capable men notice subtle shifts over time. Names take a little longer to recall. A story pauses halfway through while the right word tries to surface. A set of keys disappears, only to be found later exactly where they should have been. These moments can feel unsettling, but take a slow breath with me for a second, because tonight's conversation is not about fear. It is not about decline. And it is certainly not about telling you that your best years are behind you. In fact, the truth is something far more hopeful. Your brain, even later in life, is incredibly responsive to how you care for it. It listens carefully to the signals you give it every single day, especially the signals you give it in the quiet hours before sleep. And what you choose to eat, how you chew, and how you prepare your body for rest can influence how refreshed and mentally clear you feel the next day. Think about your brain for a moment. It is not just an organ. It is the living record of your life. Every memory of your children growing up, every lesson you learned through experience, every story you carry, every laugh, every challenge, every victory, lives inside those remarkable networks of cells. Your brain holds decades of wisdom, and it deserves to be nourished with the same care you once gave your career, your family, and your responsibilities. Now here is something many people don't realize. While you sleep, your brain is actually very busy. Those quiet nighttime hours are when the mind organizes the day's experiences. Memories are sorted, connections between brain cells are strengthened, useful information is saved, and unnecessary clutter is gently cleared away. You might imagine it like a peaceful overnight maintenance crew working inside a large library. During the day, books are taken off shelves, placed on desks, opened, read, and stacked in piles. By evening, the library can look a little messy, but during the night, the librarians return. They carefully organize everything again, placing each book back where it belongs so the library is ready for tomorrow. Your brain works in a surprisingly similar way, and the fascinating part is this: the nourishment you provide your body before bedtime can influence how smoothly this nightly organization process unfolds. Certain natural foods contain nutrients that support relaxation, healthy circulation, and overall brain nourishment. Tonight, I want to gently walk you through several simple foods that many older adults enjoy, including in their evening routine. Not as a strict rule, not as a medical treatment, just as a small, mindful ritual that supports a calm body and a rested mind. We'll begin with something simple, something many people already have in their kitchen: pumpkin seeds. Now, pumpkin seeds might look small and ordinary, but they contain a variety of minerals that the body appreciates. One of these minerals is magnesium. Magnesium plays a role in many natural body processes, including relaxation and muscle function. Some people enjoy having a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds in the evening, but there is a small trick that can make them easier for your body to use. Take your time while eating them. Instead of swallowing quickly, chew them slowly. Let the texture soften. Let the natural oils release. This slow chewing process encourages mindful eating and signals to the body that it is time to begin winding down. Sometimes the simplest habits can create the most calming effect. Now let's move to another food that nature seems to have designed with the brain in mind: walnuts. Have you ever noticed how a walnut looks a little like a miniature brain? Nature has a poetic sense of humor sometimes. Walnuts contain beneficial fats that support overall wellness. Healthy fats are important because the brain itself is made largely of fat-based structures. Many people enjoy eating a few walnut halves in the evening as a satisfying snack. When you chew them slowly, their rich texture releases natural oils and a slightly earthy flavor. There is something grounding about this experience. It invites you to slow down, to be present, to savor the moment instead of rushing through it. And slowing down is exactly what the body needs before sleep. Now let's talk about something a little sweeter. Tart cherries. Not the overly sugary cherries often found in desserts, but naturally tart varieties. These cherries contain plant compounds and naturally occurring substances that many people associate with restful evenings. Some older adults enjoy a small portion of dried tart cherries before bed. They provide a gentle sweetness without feeling heavy, and there is something comforting about that flavor, slightly tangy, slightly sweet, reminding many people of simpler times. Sometimes food is not just nourishment, sometimes it is memory. Now another evening favorite among many health-conscious seniors is almonds. But here is a traditional preparation method that has been practiced in different cultures for centuries. Soaking almonds. When almonds sit in water for several hours, their outer skins loosen. Many people then remove that thin skin before eating the almond itself. This practice is believed to make them easier to digest for some individuals. A small portion of soaked almonds, chewed slowly, can feel both satisfying and calming. Again, the key is not rushing. Take your time. Let the experience be peaceful. Now I want to share something that might surprise you. Dark chocolate? Yes, chocolate. But we are talking about high-quality dark chocolate with a high cocoa percentage. In small amounts, dark chocolate contains plant compounds that many researchers find interesting for overall wellness. More importantly, it feels like a gentle reward. A small square, slowly melting, can bring a sense of comfort and satisfaction at the end of the day. And that emotional sense of relaxation matters. Your body responds strongly to calm moments. Now let's talk about a fruit that many sleep researchers have explored in relation to nighttime routines. Kiwi. This bright green fruit contains vitamins, fiber, and natural compounds that many people enjoy as part of an evening snack. Some studies have observed that people who include kiwi in their evening routine sometimes report feeling more satisfied with their sleep patterns. 2 ripe kiwis, eaten about an hour before bed, can feel refreshing and light, and that lightness matters. Heavy meals late at night can make sleep uncomfortable, but gentle foods can help the body transition into rest. Finally, there is one food that has been part of traditional wellness practices for centuries: garlic. Now I know, the thought of garlic before bed might make you smile, but garlic has long been appreciated in many cultures for its natural compounds. When garlic is crushed or chopped, it releases a strong aroma and activates certain natural components inside the clove. Many traditional diets include small amounts of fresh garlic for overall wellness. Some people enjoy including a tiny amount in evening meals or snacks, and when paired with something pleasant afterward, like dark chocolate or fruit, the experience becomes much more enjoyable. But remember, the goal is not to force yourself to eat something you dislike. The real message here is about awareness, about paying attention to the simple choices that support your body. Because the truth is, your brain is not fragile. It is adaptable. It responds to movement, to nutrition, to curiosity, to conversation, to meaningful connection. A sharp mind is not only built in the kitchen, it is built through living, through walking outside, through learning new things, through telling stories to grandchildren, through laughter with old friends, through staying engaged with the world around you. Food is simply one piece of the puzzle, and the evening ritual we discussed tonight is really about something deeper: slowing down, creating a peaceful transition between the busy hours of the day and the restorative hours of sleep. Imagine this for a moment. The house becomes quiet, the lights soften. You prepare a small evening snack, maybe a few walnuts, maybe a couple of kiwis, maybe a square of dark chocolate. You chew slowly, you breathe deeply, you allow your mind to settle. Then you go to bed feeling calm, nourished, and respected by the choices you made for yourself. Night after night, small rituals like this can build something powerful: confidence. Confidence that you are caring for your mind with intention. Confidence that aging does not mean giving up control. Confidence that your wisdom, your memories, your stories are still valuable because they are. Your experiences are irreplaceable. Your perspective is unique, and your mind, even after many decades of living, still holds incredible strength. So tonight, instead of worrying about the occasional forgotten word, try something different. Treat your brain with patience. Give it nourishment. Give it rest. Give it curiosity. And most importantly, give yourself credit for everything you have already accomplished in this life. You have lived. You have learned. You have adapted. And that ability to adapt is still with you. So take care of yourself. Stay curious. Stay engaged with life. And remember something very important. Growing older does not mean becoming weaker. Often, it simply means becoming wiser. And wisdom, when supported by care, nourishment, and rest, can remain beautifully sharp for many years to come.